Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we're bringing you Deep. Now, a lot of people are a little bit unhappy with the state of Deep, and I can understand why. A lot of these games with Deep feel very lopsided. You either just crush them, or they crush you before you can go deep, or you get an awkward hand. I think Snnuy said it best. We have a game against him in today's video, and I went to his Twitch stream afterwards, and he said it best. It was like a non-game, because you just sometimes Deep just have these games that are just non-games where you either just face roll or you don't. But regardless, it's a very strong deck in the meta right now, and it's performing really well in the stats. So I figure it's time to show it to you all again after my last video 2 months ago. So hope you enjoyed this Deep gameplay. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. Enjoy the games, and I'll see you at the end of the video where we do a more in-depth breakdown and mulligan tips. Enjoy. In this match, we're going against Karma Sett. If they keep double Karma in their hand, I think they have a, good head in their shoulders, I guess. I like the Undergrowth. I like the Sea Scarab. I definitely like the Devil Wonder. The Undergrowth is nice if the opponent has like a Acorn here, right? It allows me to at least kill the Acorn and not let the opponent get 2 cards. So there's a good chance that at least one of those is Karma. I was debating if keeping the Vengeance was correct, by the way. Right, so I was debating if keeping the Vengeance was correct. By the way, even if I have the 1-drop, I don't think I actually play it that one turn. I think, again, I want to be able to deal with an Acorn here, right? So even if we had the 1-drop, I don't think it was actually correct to play it. So I understand the opponent going for their emo, but again, we wasn't gonna do anything there. Vengeance, Jettison, and Undergrowth. Those are all really good cards. I'm gonna just pass. The damage to their face doesn't matter. The damage to their face doesn't really matter. Okay. Jettison, Lure, Sea Scarab. I'm waiting for this Sea Scarab before I put him down. You're gonna Mystic now? Like, I want to use removal on this stuff first. They have another card here that they haven't shown me. That we know that that's gonna be a spell as well, right? So I think now we can play the Sea Scarab, right? Just get ourselves one more ahead. Opponent has to kill the Sea Scarab first with an Aftershock. Otherwise, we get to go a little bit faster to our deep. Yeah, that's the Aftershock, like we talked about. I'm gonna play these Shoal Hunters because units dying is actually good for us. Losing all these Jettisons it's gonna slow down my like, unfortunately, I lost all 3 Jettisons, so it's gonna be very unlikely for us to be able to actually level up Maokai. Just do all your removal, my friend. I know you have it. I know you have it all. I mean, this is fine. That's a 4-mana Caustic Grip. Cool. We are so far away from deep. Our hand is not ideal for us to go deep with. It's not like I can play this Maokai like this because it goes to a Head Splitterator. And we don't have any units to just drop down to go. Like, if we could have gone deep faster, it would have been better. But, like, again, losing those Jettisons. We saw all 3 Jettisons. It's a big deal. It stops our Maokai from being able to level quickly. And also stops us from being able to go deep quickly, right? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go Devour here because I have nothing better to do. And if the opponent tries to stop this Devour, then we can just Undergrowth afterwards, right? To still kill their Clockling. So it's just like a Tempo Devour so that we just have a unit in the field for later when we go deep. Like, no Lure of the Depths, no Jettisons. It's rough out here. Unless the opponent has like double, but even if they have like a double Mystic, the Undergrowth still kills it. And the more removal they're using here on these units, the less removal they have for later. Aftershock on this? I mean, you saw me discard the double Jettison, right? You saw me discard the double Jettison? So you should know. So, hear me out. We just saw the opponent play double Aftershock, right? So I think this is safe. I think this Abyssalite is actually safe.
Drinks are cold and gossip's hot.
Because the chances of opponent having a way to remove this are gonna be lower. And I actually really value the draw here. Like, this draw is huge. Double Undergrowth technically gets me there. Huh. These Soul Harvests are not really doing much, right? I guess we can use one of them right now. Might as well use one right now, because they're not gonna kill anything else, right? This is not the matchup where the Soul Harvest really does anything. The problem is that Karma, right? The Karma turn is about to come. And we don't have a Maokai leveled up, so we don't even get to to cut their deck down. Opponent still has enough here to get... Okay, well, I'm just gonna... There's one problem. If I play this Terror and the opponent has Sett, they can kill the Terror. What if we just go Nautilus? What if we just go Nautilus? If the opponent wants to go Sett, I think I'm fine with that. I need a salvage. Yeah, this is gonna be a Sett. Yeah, there you go. We knew that was coming. I need a salvage, right? The opponent gets to kill one of these guys. They're gonna go down to 2 health. Gives me a great target for the for this Undergrowth. We're gonna pull Nautilus. That's really? Is that really your best pull? The mana is glitched, by the way. The opponent only has 3 mana. I did not keep it. I guess maybe they're not keeping track of my jettisons. Yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, just pull there. That makes the most sense. Yeah. Sits. We have 9-11, right? So we can go sits. Oh no, we don't have enough for both Undergrowth and Devour. We need a 12. I'm okay with the opponent putting this down to 2 HP. Because we can go the Undergrowth. It's another unit that buys dust. Okay. If I can go deep. Okay, so this will go down to 5. This will go down to 1. Sorry, this will go down to 3, right? No, this will go down to 4. This will go down to 2. That's going to be 6 mana. We have 5 more to play with. That gives me access to the Undergrowth and the Deck Dredgers. Let's start like this. Let's start like this and force the answer out of them. Opponents should always recall this Nautilus if they can, by the way. This is such an awkward game. Because we got this guy a little bit too late. This gets me down to 16. Unless the opponent literally commits the deny right here. And then we have a second Undergrowth to follow up with. Opponent doesn't have any coins. Okay, they could still get the Sett though. They could get the Sett level up here. So that was 6. So if they have another Sett cast spell, they can actually get the Sett. The Showstopper. And actually save their Sett, right? If they can spend the 6 mana, they can actually save their Sett. But if that's the case, I think we just go Maokai into Dredgers. Like, if they kill this Nautilus, I think we just go Maokai into Dredgers. Obviously, they want to level up Sett. They get 1 coin back. That means that they get to replay the Sett. But if they replay the Sett, I just go Devour. I think this is fine, right? I think this is fine. I'll let them replay the Sett and get the Showstopper. So now it's even worse. I mean, now like you have to go play showstopper now. I mean, how you gonna deal with this Nautilus?
The water rises.
You have to play. You have to go for the showstopper now, right? Do we ever pass here? Do we ever pass here? The opponent passes back again. That's kind of crazy. Let's go Terror. Let's get the free value. Obviously, opponent has a recall or a stun, right? One or the other. So they obviously have a recall or a stun. If the opponent plays the set right here, they actually don't have to worry about the Devour anymore. No, but they wouldn't have. Yeah, they need one more turn, right? So they have the stun. Okay, so they have the stun. That's cute.
What we do is so much bigger than us both.
This is 7 plus 9. It's gonna be 18 plus 2. No, I can't count. 7 plus 9 is 16, and then plus 2 is 18. But playing this Devour now is probably not the correct play. Yeah, playing this Devour now is definitely not the correct play. Opponent doesn't have enough for the set, so this is just gonna be a 9 damage push. This is just gonna be a 9 damage push. And then I guess we'll have to just go and try to threaten the Karma, right? We don't have a Vengeance. So we're gonna have to just threaten the Karma with the Devour. Yeah, we have to just threaten the Karma here with the Devour. The opponent has enough to play their little thing, right? Let's go here. Just at this point, we're just gonna develop as many big units as we can before this Nautilus disappears. Because the chances are that this Nautilus is gonna disappear. You're gonna get your whole draw, take your whole turn, whatever. Do your thing. The opponent's back to 13 mana, by the way. So they can play the set, but they still need to deal with this Devour. If they have a Mystic Shot, we can technically still go Undergrowth. Because the Mystic Shot gets me to 5-3. So we can Undergrowth, and that should be enough to actually kill it. So let's say that the opponent goes for like double Mystic or double High Note. We can Undergrowth. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't mind that because he's taking the opponent one more action to actually play that Karma again. So they have to replay that Karma. Gives me the chance to draw, pause, and potentially draw another Devour. Okay, they get the showstopper though, so I only have one. I only have one turn. I only have one turn to be able to just play something cheap with our Nautilus. So I only have one turn to play something cheap with Nautilus. This is costing me... Yeah, so we're gonna go here. Just get rid of the set. Opponent can play the Karma. But the Karma is not the game ender, right? If they have a second set, that's how I get punished. But how are they gonna deal with these big units? Because they cannot play. They cannot play Karma. I mean, I guess they could play Karma and they just whack. For them to play Karma, they should play the Showstopper first. This is nice because we can actually play the Mega. If they tap out of Karma, I think I'm chilling. No way, right? You need another card now? They go up to 5. They go to 4 mana with this. Do you really not have the Mystic? I think we win. I think we win. Obviously, the opponent gets to kill the Nautilus, but then we just attack with this board and we're chilling. You wanna... Excuse me? Excuse me? Okay. I guess I get another free sea monster? Why, you have a fearsome blocker? They can only get up at 4 mana. And they already played double of the 4-drop? They already played double of the Smooth Mixologist. So I don't think they have anything else that they can play here. This Maokai is leveled up, by the way, so the moment that the opponent plays a second Karma, we could drop down the Maokai, and as long as the opponent doesn't have a second set in their hand, I think we actually get there. They're staring down a crazy board here, because they can't play Karma to have, like, a lot of value. So I understand why they did it, though. They wanted to have the showstopper. But it just wasn't enough against our deep units. I can't believe we're actually about to survive. Do you have a 3-cost? Okay, they have the Pit Professional. So they have 2 blockers. They have 2 blockers. So if they actually have at least 1 stun or a recall, they can actually stop this. Because they ended up with double blockers. We can go like this and then play the Maokai. They block the Fearsome here. And then you just need to have something to deal with these 2 guys. So a stun? Nope, doesn't even have the stun. Alright. Maybe they have old champions in their hand, right? Maybe they got scared the Maokai level up and just kept champions in their hand. And that kind of just set them far behind because they didn't have a reaction to deal with our sea monsters. So we actually survived the turn 10 Karma with the freaking place your bets. That's actually crazy. GG's. In this match, we're going against Jhin and Norra. I have been seeing this deck around. Let's see. Okay, we have Savage, Jettison, and Sea Scare. This is a great starting hand. Vengeance for potential like Jhin and stuff. That's a great draw. We don't have the Soul Harvest or anything like that. We can go here. Alright, perfect. We want to see our sea monsters, I guess. Ah, they used the Pipe Dust now. They didn't wait for my Sea Scare to be on the field. Okay. Alright. I respect it. I guess we can now just wait until we have Lure of the Depths and just cheat this out for 1 mana less. I think that's fine, right? We'll wait until we have Lure on the field and then this is going to cost 1 less. We undergo to kill that Norra. So we undergo to kill the Norra, which is the second Lure, unfortunately. That way the opponent doesn't get the portals, because they rely on the portals to kind of stay alive. 27. Lure. Sea Scarab. That's pretty good. I don't think opponent has a good way to kill the Sea Scarab combo. If we play with Sea Scarab, we still have enough for Vengeance next turn. Yeah, so we can still just go ahead and Vengeance that Jhin. And stop the Jhin from getting some skill value here.
The curtain rises.
Maybe we just Maokai though? How does the Maokai sound to me? Opponent tapped out of answers? Maokai sounds pretty good for me. I'll take this 4. I guess I could... Yeah, no, I like the Maokai. I like the Maokai. I like the Maokai. Opponent should have a way to kill this. We go for the Shipwreck Hoarder. We go for the Shipwreck Hoarder, which is kind of weird, by the way, because he's adding 2 cards into our hand. Into our deck, sorry. Then we have boom, boom, boom. We're still pretty close, and this is going to get us 2 here. And then we play Nautilus, and we're chilling. So... Jettison almost gets us there. So the Jettison almost gets us there. Again, we can always Vengeance the Jhin next turn. So I'm not too concerned about this Jhin. And their big finisher, which is going to be their Riptide Rats, it's not going to be so big when we have all these big units on the field. It's crazy because if we level up Maokai, it actually helps them out. Because they... Okay, well, if they use all the Portapaloozas now, then it doesn't even matter, right? That's actually such a good hit from the Portapalooza. Wait, so the opponent, you're just gonna let me just kill everything? So we just go like this. We have Jettison. Yeah, we have the Jettison, right? So we have the Jettison anytime that we want to. It's a Riptide Rats that I have to be worried about. Magic Embers. What do you have here? Even if you kill this Maokai, I think I'm fine with that. Doesn't do anything. Alright. Let's go ahead and just play this Nautilus then. Alright, let's just... Yeah, let's go play the Nautilus. Get some value. We know we're gonna have a big leveled up Nautilus, and again, this is gonna make it really difficult for them, for the Riptide Reds to really do much. You can pretend that you can kill the Maokai, and that's fine. I don't think I care about the Maokai kill. You can't really kill anything else. A second gen. Alright. So the Maokai even stays alive here. Unfortunately, we lose the Devour. We lose the Devour, and the egg is not really doing much for us. Rises. So, oh, look at that, another Devour. Cool. So we can just devour. Oh, opponent gives me a draw as well. I'll take that. Oh, look at that treasure trove. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill the Jhin for now. Stop the Jhin from actually having any value. We can also just level up our Maokai right here. If the Jhin has no value, I think I'm fine with this. Opponent could trigger. Okay, they wanna level up this Maokai. They wanna kill this Maokai, but we can just level it up. So Maokai levels up now. Opponent loses their whole deck. If they didn't have the Riptide Rats right now, then they're not gonna get there. They also are drawing more with this new fish, right? Yeah, we can let this Maokai die. I think I'm fine with that. Opponent has to block everywhere else pretty much. And we still have the treasure trove after attack. We have a second Maokai. We can play treasure trove. We can trade everything and still have the plate worm egg. So let's just go like this. Again, just if the opponent wants to trade, I think I'm fine with that. The portals are only gonna the portals are gonna be in their deck as well, and they're gonna definitely get them. Opponent gets an elusive here. We have the vengeance, so I'm not too concerned about this. Okay, the opponent actually ended up using it now, so that's cool. What did we draw? What did we just draw instead? See what we get. We can soul harvest right now and just kill this Knuckle. We have vengeance. So the opponent wants to. Yeah, we have vengeance for the Norra. I mean, the opponent could get that. The opponent could get that one portal. But we have vengeance for the Norra, so I'm not too concerned about this. And the new fish is making them draw, which is helping us out. And they didn't even get that draw anyways. They didn't even... Okay, they could get the portals now for sure. You're gonna continue drawing. Wow. And you don't have enough for Riptide Rats? We just vengeance this guy? There's your portals. You have one card left. I guess let's play the treasure trove. And that's game. Yeah, I mean, our units get really big, right? So we're able to put pressure on them. We have enough removal for the Norra, for the Jhin. So the opponent really doesn't have a good chance of doing anything there. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Bolts of Helia. So Nasus, Bolts of Helia. No. Tempting, but no. I think I just want to go deep as soon as possible. This Nautilus is going to be a big threat for Nasus to deal with. So I want to go deep as soon as possible. I didn't like keeping the salvage in the opening hand because just like it happened right now, drawing into double salvage is not really great. We want to look for our Sea Scarabs and our lower, cheaper units. Unfortunately, we don't get the Sea Scarab or our Lure of the Depths, and that's kind of frustrating, but that's okay. Opponent's going to go for their... Yeah, Rock Shepherd. We'll go ahead for the Wanderer. That's our Dread Dredgers. I don't even want to gift them this. Like, I don't even want to gift them this Because I want to be able to potentially block that rock bear. I mean, I don't think it matters. But, like, the opponent cannot play the Bolts of Helia here. So that's good for us. Maybe we just salvage. What else can we do, right? Second one? Okay, so it's not a Bolts of Helia, so that's good. It's not a Bolts of Helia. So if they don't get the Bolts of Helia, and we can slow them down, that's great. The problem is that the opponent's gonna have double Rock Bear right here, right? Yeah, the opponent gets the double Rock Bear. We can lure. Okay, Sea Scarab is good. Sea Scarab is good. We cannot go deep right now, though. And we're just gonna lose to this rock. I mean, this is why we kept the Wonder, right? Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. 5, 7, 9. So 5, 7, 9, 10, 11. We go down to 5. Doesn't really matter which way we do it. We go here. Let's go Undergrowth and just drain this out right now. We are about to go deep. We can go Abyssal Eye and then be able to go deep next turn. And then hopefully we draw something that we can play. Okay, that's a playable card. So I do like going deep with the Jettison.
I walk through the ages.
Let's go Drag Dredgers. Let's go Drag Dredgers as a blocker. We have blockers here and here. And then we can just play Nautilus as well to block the Nasus. You can't do this, right? I mean, there's no way that this is correct. You're gonna give me the Nasus? So this is telling me Rekindler then? So if this is a Rekindler, could also be a Vengeance, right? Could also be a Vengeance. I'm gonna force the Vengeance out. I'm gonna force the Vengeance out by playing this first Nautilus. We have a second Nautilus in our hand. So this has to be a Vengeance, right? There's no way you play. I mean, you can't play Rekindler. You have no board space anyways. So it has to be a Vengeance. What? Luckily for the opponent, we didn't get any other freaking like deep unit, right? We end up getting one now, so that's cool. We can actually try to get whichever one of these we get is actually probably good, right? So we should probably just go for the Jettison here. Is it Jettison or is it Dredgers? Maybe it's Dredgers, right? The Dredgers gives me a blocker. Yeah, both of these are pretty good for us. And we can just pass here. We take 4. Actually, not even 4, because we can go ahead and do the Undergrowth. So we can go. I don't even want to take that much damage with this one. We can go ahead and do it like this. Oh no, I guess we want to go here, right? We can go Undergrowth and just at least take no damage. Opponent gets the trade with the Dredgers. No Bolts of Helia feels really bad for the opponent. This has to be a Vengeance now, right? You get double the draw now. That's the only downside. Right, a negation. So are we okay with this? That's one less round of negation for us later. No, let's go ahead and do the second Undergrowth. Let's go ahead and not take that extra 2 damage if we don't need to. Alright. We have 3, 5, 6. We need to use one more card for us to be able to use the Treasure Trove. I don't think we do anything right now. There's their Nasus, right? So check this out. We can go Killbreaker. We can go Killbreaker into Deaths. Devour the Depths, and that obliterates the Nasus. We can keep our Nautilus, and you know, it also allows us for the open attack, right? So we go here, and this is gonna be a nasty open attack. Opponent had Rekindler in their hand, but they couldn't play Rekindler because their board was full. So it wasn't until this turn that we actually allowed them to be able to play that Rekindler. That's also why I don't think it was important for us to go for the Kill Breaker last turn. We could just easily waited for this here. I think the opponent's Rata Negation was a little bit too jumpy, so GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Snnuy. Okay. Akshan, Riven. Huh. Okay, this Devourer is tempting. Does the opponent have a way to kill this Maokai? Do they have a way to kill this Maokai? I don't know. Let's see this. Undergrowth is huge. I might actually just keep the mana for the Undergrowth so that we can kill the Akshan on turn 2. So I'm gonna keep this Undergrowth mana. Oh, that's not an Akshan. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and just play the Dredgers. Oh, double Sea Scarab and... Oh man, the Sea Scarab and double Lure? That kind of sucks. Alright, yeah, that's cool with me. That's one less challenge I have to worry about later for Maokai. Vengeance is gonna be huge. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's eat it up. That's the third lure. If the opponent got the quick attack thing, that's fine. They didn't. I'll go ahead and just toss this Maokai in. I really don't think that he has a really good way to deal with this Maokai. So I'm gonna just toss the Maokai in there and see what the opponent does. Okay, they get their Palace. I guess they could have the removal now. They could have the strike. They could have a strike here. That is problematic. Retire Reckoner. Let's go here. This is a 4-1 that can block quite a bit of things here. Opponent has only one blade that they have yet to use, I guess. We're gonna block with this one. No need to block with the Gel Hunters. Let's go Jettison right now because we have the mana for it. So we can go Jettison right now because we have the mana for it. And then we're gonna go deep pretty shortly. We still have Vengeance and Mega. And unfortunately for Snnuy, this is not gonna go too well for them. Because now we have this big block, this big attacker. Like, I'm not even gonna spend the Mega Tusk, to be honest, because I know that I can just play it for free with Nautilus next turn. I'm gonna keep the Vengeance here to get rid of one of their units. And can I just go from there? Yeah, so like, we can go here. And then we can just keep the Vengeance to kill the Reckoner. So we can keep the Vengeance to kill the Reckoner whenever we want. I guess I could level up Maokai, to be honest, if I would have just attacked with everything. But I think Maokai just levels up no matter what.
I was
Riven?
born in battle and raised by war.
So let's just go here. I'm playing with fire, letting that Riven stay alive. I am playing with fire, letting that Riven stay alive. I will admit that. Because now she gets double the blades. So the opponent gets double the blade.
Good people don't look the other way.
We get the big Nautilus. And we tapped out of answers, right? So could he OTK me? Possible. It's possible. He could no, he cannot deal with the Nautilus. Okay. Yeah, he cannot deal with the Nautilus. It's a big tough unit, right? So the opponent lost their challenger earlier. I don't think they could have dealt with this Nautilus right there on turn 7. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Vayne and Aatrox. I think if we can go deep before they can get to their big boy, we should be okay. I like the Undergrowth. I like the Undergrowth as a way to kill... Oh, wow, this hand is amazing. I like the Undergrowth as a way to kill their Valor, right? Opponent only mulligan one card away. This is probably one of the best hands that we could have gotten, right? So I can undergrowth this. I can play Dredgers. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So we can take this damage now. And we can just wait until later on to do this. Let's go ahead and play the Dredgers now. We can go Lure of the Depths and then play the Sea Scarab. I guess opponent could technically have the... Oh, there we go. Double Sea Scarab. Yep, this is the hand that I want. This is the hand that I want. They could have Fish Fight, right? I guess they could have Fish Fight. Was my thought. Regardless, this is a great hit. Because now we can attack like this. Opponent cannot really block this. No matter what, I'm gonna get at least some value. And then we still have the Undergrowth as well. To keep one of these alive. So we have the Undergrowth to keep one of these alive. Opponent can never really Scout attack, right? If they Scout attack here, they're just helping us out. Because I just sacrificed my Dredgers. You're just helping me out. So I get double the toss that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. I don't get it. We are very close now to going deep. 23. Probably always better to kill this Fleet Feather Tracker. Force the opponent to replay the equipment. And also puts that one at 1. So then we go like this. 3 more. This gets me down to 18. Ironically, the downside here is the fact that we don't have enough cards in our hand now. So I guess we can go deep, right? We can go deep very easily here. I can just pass. I could just pass. See what the opponent does first. We have the Vengeance and the Undergrowth. Well, we don't have the Vengeance right now, but we can just pass for now. Have the Undergrowth as a backup. The Challenger is cute, but doesn't really do much. And just push 2 damage. What am I scared of here? I guess the opponent having the quick attack is a problem. We just go like this, right? Just push the 2 damage at least. Opponent should never block this. They're gonna give this quick attack, but we can Vengeance it away. Like, we went deep so fast that we don't have Nautilus enabled. And that's kind of funny. Like, we actually don't have Nautilus enabled, and that's actually freaking hilarious. I guess I could have just done this first, and then if the opponent wanted to block with the Defector, that would have been okay with me. We go like this and we chill. And then next we play Nautilus and opponent can't do anything against Nautilus. Soul Harvest can kill cheaper units. This guy doesn't do anything. And that's the game. Next time we play Nautilus and I don't think opponent can do anything versus Nautilus. The only thing there is that I probably should have just like gone for my 5-6 attack. And I would have saved the Vengeance in my hand. So hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games with Deep. You kind of see what Snnuy was talking about, right? Like, that game against him was kind of just a non-game. Like, we just kind of face roll, went deep. By turn 7, we had Nautilus, we win the game. Other games, like that Karma Sett game, you can get a little bit more awkward hands and not be able to go deep as fast as you would like to. You saw that we ended up tossing all 3 jettisons, and that feels really bad sometimes. And those are the games that end up dragging on. But even those games, once you get deep, it can be really difficult for the opponent to deal with just how much value you have. Honestly, Rotation, I feel like has made Deep a top tier deck. Because a lot of the things that used to prey on this deck are no longer around. So it's very hard for a lot of decks to go under Deep before they get to do what they want to do. Because think about it, this deck really didn't lose anything from Rotation. Like, aside from like Biofeast, everything else here is literally the exact same deck list as you have played a year ago. Which is crazy when you think about it. Heck, even without Biofeast, instead of Biofeast, now we have Soul Harvest, which a lot of times can feel even better depending on the matchup that you're going to get. So yeah, I mean, I mean, I'm happy that Deep is doing well, but I can understand the frustrations that players like on Reddit and Twitter and Twitch might have with Deep, because a lot of the games can't just be decided just on the flip of like whether you get a crazy curve or not. But regardless, we had a lot of fun showcasing Deep, and I hope you had a lot of fun learning and seeing us play Deep. In terms of my general strategy with this deck, you kind of saw it in every game that we play. I want to go Deep as fast as I can. So what I mean by that is that any sea monster, so Megatos, Abyssal Devourer, Nautilus, Shipwreck Hoarder, even the Vengeances, and sometimes even the Joe Hunters as well, and the Soul Harvest, I'm kicking all of that away in my mulligan. The cards that I want to see are the Drag Dredgers, the Jettisons, the Sea Scarabs, the Dead Bloom Wanderer, the Lure of the Depths, the Underground, Salvage, and sometimes Maokai. Maokai is dependent on whether your opponent wants to remove him or not. So this deck is kind of like the two halves, right? So it's like the story of two cities. The first one is your early game, and all you want to do is have cards that say toss in them. Again, just all those cards that I went through. You want to just have those cards early on, try to toss as much as possible, go deep, and then from there, the game becomes a lot easier. The second half of the deck is your deep monster. So once you actually go deep, that's when you want to have your Nautilus, and that's when you want to start drawing your Devourers and your Abyssal, your Megatos, your Shipwreck Hoarder, and just start putting a lot of pressure into the opponent. So again, the strategy is simple. Go deep as fast as possible, and then transition to the sea monster. If you have a card in your hand that says toss, you want to keep it. The only ones that are a little bit questionable are Maokai and Salvage. Unless, if I really see that I have like Jack Dredgers, and I have a Sea Scare, and I have a Dead Bloom Wanderer, then I'll kick the Maokai and the Salvage out. If I see that my hand is like 3 sea monsters and one Salvage, I think I have to keep that Salvage, because there's a risk that I might get a bunch of sea monsters again, and I need something that can kind of fix my hand. That's what Salvage is good at. Not only is it tossing, but it's letting you draw 2, which kind of lets you fix your hand when you have some aqua hands. But again, it's going to be matchup dependent, but you usually want to get everything that has toss in your hand to begin with and let the rest go. Now, once you actually get, to the mid game and you actually have the cards that you need in your hand, always have, like, the Sea Scarab is going to be the removal number 1 for the opponent. They're always going to want to remove this. Always, always, always. So just be careful when you play him. Either, like, a lot of times you have to be mindful of when you play him. Like, if you can get at least one, if you can get like 2 Sea Scarabs in the field at the same time, you're already like in a good spot. But if the Sea Scarab dies right away before any of your other units die, then you're only getting 1 toss, which is not great, not bad, but also not great. So just be careful when you play the Sea Scarab. Although a lot of times it's fine to just drop in right away and then just try to attack with your Dredgers, because if they block it, then they're giving you the toss with the Sea Scarab. The Joe Hunters, just be mindful of the removal that the opponent can do. Lure of the Depths is one of the cards that you want the most. Obviously, you wanna just draw this card and just play it, and hopefully you get a Sea Scarab that then you can play for 1 less cost, etc. Let's see, what else can really be said here. Devourer, use your main removal together with Vengeance. Just keep your Vengeance for your main units. And then, I mean, you, again, like, okay, I don't want to say it, but I think let's talk about the elephant in the room. This deck is a bit brainless. All right, I'm trying to like give you guys like strategies, but it's just very straightforward. It's just toss, go deep, and then play your sea monsters, play your Nautilus, etc. Yes, there's gonna be some turns depending on the matchup where you gotta be like, okay, I can't play this because they could have that. I can't do this because they have that. They could answer my Devourer. They could bounce back my Nautilus. They could kill my Maokai, so I can't play my. Yeah, there's some decision making involved, but for the most part, you're kind of just rolling face, and those decision points are few when you're playing deep. So it is a good beginner friendly deck for that reason. Although it is very expensive, you kind of have like all. I guess it's like I guess there's not that many deep. There's not that many aside from the Devourer and the Hoarder. There's not that many epic cards. So you only have to do 4 epic cards, 6 champions, and then you have a lot of commons and uncommons. So yeah, I think it's a good beginner friendly deck just for that reason, because it's something that you can just use to just kind of climb fast if you need a way to just climb fast and be able to farm resources for better decks in the future. But He's doing really well in the stats. He's dominating certain matchups, and that deserves merit on its own. I do think maybe it needs to be toned down just a little bit because it's not as fun to play against when they just roll the perfect hand. But anyways, enough of me ranting. Hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Twitch.tv with stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed going deep. And I'll see you all again tomorrow.